everyone, welcome to the MCEL channel. Today we have our Spring 2022 championship game between Team Maricopa and CGC's D1 team. This game will be a little bit different. We will have this be best of 5 rather than usually we do best of 3, so should be a very exciting game ahead. Right now, teams are just finishing up getting prepared, and we'll be back shortly with some thrilling gameplay. right, and we are ready to get started. So with us today, we do have Defeater who will be casting for us. We may have some other casters joining in later on, but for now, we will have him here to help guide us through this game today. So yeah, Defeater, if you want to go ahead and take it from here.
Okay.
Okay, and there we go. It sounds like he wasn't coming through there for a second. So once again, Defeater, you can go ahead and take over.
You able to stream for me? Sorry. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the MCEL Esports. I'm sorry, I totally probably butchered the name. Um, we're doing the finals today. We got two very hyped teams. Of course, we got the CGC D1 team with our wait MPA today. You know the name is amazing. Love it. All right, starting on sensitivity.
Okay, let's see if that's a little clearer.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
I'm gonna go with that sounds better. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. All
Awesome.
right. Sorry for the scuffed voice. I apologize. Little technical difficulties. But starting off the match, we do have a very interesting pick already. Draft. We got a very strong Yasuo Diana comp on the CGC D1 side. Very good team fight. Looks like both very team fight oriented. Honestly, the drafts are very solid as well. Banning out the Kazakhs is pretty smart. Lelouch being a Kazakhs one trick. And we see the Yi and the Narban. Narban very directed towards Josu. Sorry, I probably butchered your name, but you see he's a D1 flex Nar player. Looks like we have the brothers top lane, Yasuo and Yon. It's going to be quite the interesting match. We do have quite an early game kind of comp here for the right side, but absolutely monstrous late game with the team fights here. Honestly, with this draft, game can go either way. Honestly, I'm excited to see what kind of runes they're taking. Yone probably with the Lethal Temple. Lethal Temple could be really strong. Both Yasuo and Yone could take that. Pretty strong with the build path. Lethal Temple being an attack speed like buff. Meaning that you don't even have to go like a crit item second. You can literally just go, what is that? Shield bow into IE and then get a death dance, and that'd be like the most broken item in the game. J4, probably, I don't know if he's gonna go tank or maybe like a bruiser build, but honestly, bruiser seems fun here. We got Diana. Diana probably a little overtuned right now, but I respect the pick, especially with Yasuo Diana. Their ultimates just making such a huge outplay potential for late game. Vladimir, Lissandra, pretty good matchup, honestly, even matchup. Everything here is very balanced, honestly. But yeah, I'm excited to see this match. It's gonna be a real good match considering it's the finals. Pretty sure Peaches, do you happen to have the records for each
Oh,
team?
like the overall
Yeah.
standings?
Win loss?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at those real fast. Uh, All right, for League of Legends, it looks like CGC's D1 team is standing at 5 wins and 1 loss, bringing their tiebreaker points to 10, where NPA is at 4 wins and 2 losses, putting their total points at 9 there.
Wow. So
So
this is
very
very close.
close. Yes.
Very, very close. Very nice. I'm excited to see this match. It's going to be very close and intense. Can
Oh,
already see
yeah.
these star players. We got star players on both teams, honestly. High ranks from both sides. It's amazing.
Yeah, we've definitely seen the intensity building up over the season, and so I'm definitely expecting this to be one of our closest, most intense games that we've had so far.
Yeah, quite honestly, I played like the first season we ever did this. I don't know if it's the first season we ever done this, but I remember I was on the team playing mid lane for them, and it was honestly I don't know. It was very unbalanced teams. It was very like, CGC had like different higher ranks, and then every other team was kind of lower ranks. So it was, you know,
Hmm.
maybe not the most balanced, but now this season it's like everyone's kind of even. It's fair matchups and no mismatches.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the more that people have realized that, we have the league between the different schools, I think at first, maybe people felt like there was kind of like a separation, like, oh, maybe I'm not high enough rank to, join a team, and there can be some self-doubt there, and I feel like this season more people just at least tried out and reached out and came to those events and things, and so we just have more people, and which overall makes for more balanced games.
Absolutely. Y'all hear that? Everybody, you're welcome to the league team, okay?
Yeah, come try out. Even if by chance you don't make, a team, which, this season we actually had two D1, no, actually I think three D1 and D2 teams between League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant. So, if you don't make the first team, there's always a chance that another team will be formed. And even if you don't make either team, like there's always a chance for you to meet people and make some new friends. So always worth coming out and hanging out with other people who play cool games.
Absolutely. It's all about the social aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get started.
All right, let's get started. Both sides. So we got DGC D1 on the red side. Technically, that's the losing advantage side, but we won't talk about that. League of Legends. Riot, please balance your game. Blue side, um, we have MPA. Both people actually starting with red smite, pretty solid. Let's see if they get any early wards in here. Okay, we got Diana throwing a Q in for an early poke just to be safe. Gets actually a really good ward in. If you guys don't know, this ward is actually very big. Knowing where the people are on your, during your matches is probably the biggest thing about League, just IQ wise. So that early ward gets, the early jungle start, where blue side's gonna start, so you know where to path towards and watch out for. So many things. So many things can be taken in with that ward. Unfortunately, J4 could not get an early ward, but did get a reset to get his scanner, which is very smart. All right, looking like mid lane. Lissandra starts with a Doran string. Safe start, but Vladimir here, a little bit of a risky start, but goes for the Dark Seal. Maybe we'll see. Sean does take Ignite, so does Lissandra actually, so they really want to play this early game real strong. All right, both sides looking pretty even right now. Did a little exchange top lane. Wave management wise, we get an early ward on the Raptors. Like I said, vision early game is very, very important. Knowing where J4 is the entire game is going to be huge for Diana. Not only Diana, but the entire team actually. Looks like Diana does get an early CS lead here. J4 skipping his entire camps. I don't know if this is optimal, but he's clearly going for an early top gank. I think he's trying to play his strong side. Both junglers probably playing their top side. That's their strong side here. J4 taking a very interesting route. Probably thinks he's getting invaded from that early ward. See, this is mind games, guys. The early game wards is actually bigger than you think. Right, we got a little bit of exchanges going on bot lane. Bot lane has more pressure here, clearly. Both teams looking a little bit... No, looks like red side doing better in CS, clearly. With their gold lead, actually. It's like Yasuo going in here for an exchange. Could be really risky, but both junglers coming in to gank. The hover here is actually really strong by Diana. See, Diana knowing the entire J4 path right there helped her path correctly so he can hover, so top lane doesn't give out a free kill. Sandra really looking low on mana here, and the wave is not looking very good for her. Jungle resetting. J4 is technically ahead with that reset, actually. Pretty huge reset on him. Reset before Diana so he can get her items as an item advantage. All right, looking like another exchange going on top. Honestly, top lane wins this exchange because of that wave. Mid lane as well. Mid lane doesn't notice. Lissandra does not notice the mana. He's kind of forced into this lane. If mid freezes here, if Yuri freezes this lane here, Lissandra is actually kind of pooped on. Looks like he's shoving it in. That's fine too. If Yuri plays this well, he will not let this Lissandra back. So Lissandra gets one reset and he's gonna get all his mana back. Making it playable for his lane. Look at that. Boom. Mid lane playing it really well. We got a lot of Menace's champions here. Look like top lane going in for a kill here. Gets the Ignite. Punishes. No sums popped by Yone, but top lane does get an early lead here. This early could be really scary. We've seen Yasuo or Dizzy snowball his leads very hard with those past games. Like bot lane's trying to get a gank in here. Blue side. J4 can really get a really good gank in here. Oh, looks like Renata missed the Q, but J4 resetting. But his entire top side is up. Oh, he's wasting a lot of time here. Diana's going into the jungle. Taking his entire top side because J4 is trying to gank bot. See, this is why. Map IQ is very important. We do see already a 2K gold lead. Oh, we see Dizzy punishing the Yone E. Diana goes in too. Yasuo goes in with an ulti. Both ultis perfect. Gets Diana an early kill for his Dark Seal. Honestly, Diana, I've seen just carry games with early game kills. It's insane. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Looks like they, in return, get an early dragon here. Honestly, not the craziest thing. Yone does miss an entire wave, and honestly, getting topside fed is huge. It's very important to play with your strong points here. Looks like Diana's pathing bot side still, finishing his bot side camps, going up. Maybe make a Rift Herald play here, considering mid has Prio and top will have Prio. Yone does not have any summoners. Lissandra has no mana either. Sean should be taking advantage here. Yeah, looks like jungle's walking towards Rift. Look at that, Yone's trying to gank mid too. It's kind of crazy. They waste a lot of time here. But top wave is a little bit frozen, so he can't really do much about it. Not a lot of action going on bot lane, but trying to farm out for the late game clearly. Let's see how fed this Jinx can get. We know about Arcane champs. I don't know if you guys watched that Netflix series like Arcane. Yeah, we all know they got a small buff because of that little Netflix series. Okay. Dizzy does get an early kill here again. He's snowballing his lead like crazy. Looks like mid lane gets a kill as well. A lot of early kills going to the red side here. Not very optimal. Oh, bot lane might even make a play here, honestly. Rakan does not have ultimate though, so this could be a fluke. Blue side is playing it very, very slowly, very safely. Looks like they're really egging for it though. Wave management here is really well. Kelsey Ice is trying to punish that. Oh, top lane does want this Rift Herald. Pretty sure they don't Rift Herald top here. I think they keep the tower alive so they can punish this Yone. Okay, Diana actually flashes in to get into the E range. J4 flash ults onto the Yasuo to get that shutdown. Secure the shutdown on him. Honestly, probably not the best idea to give him the shutdown, but now unfortunately Diana is fed. Diana being one of the hardest snowballing champions in the game right now. With a, wow, gets his Nashor's. Nashor's at 10 minutes, guys. 6-stack Dark Seal with 80 CS. I don't know about this one, guys. But we do see bot lane scaling up really well. 81 CS Jinx and a Renata could actually change the game a little bit. Considering Renata with her kit, making allies hit each other. Very unique. Look like everybody's just doing their camps, doing the CS. Oh, bot does really want to gank in here. Both junglers actually bot side. Could be very risky for both sides here. Okay, gets an early plate, gets Kelsey Ice a lead for the plates here. Or with the plates here. A little exchange top lane. So much going on at once. Boom, Dizzy does get a Q and ults and gets that kill. Beautifully played. Not sure why Yone decides to go in when he's 0-5 with 61 CS, but who knows. It's always that 0-10 power spike Yone always has, right? It's like mid lane might get a kill here too. Flashes, but actually gets punished with a Lissandra ultimate, but gets out with that W. Very well played by both sides, honestly. As of right now, 15,000 gold to 21,000 gold. That is actually pretty huge. 6k gold advantage is very, very big. That's, put into perspective, that's like 2 mythics. I don't think top is kind of playable for them. For blue side here, but who knows, maybe we can get a bot lane roam to bail them out. Looks like they're setting up for Dragon. Dragon play will be pretty strong here. Dragons extend the game a little bit longer so they can get a little bit of gold and Dragon Soul pressure. But it might be advantageous if this is a bad Drake. Maybe it's Cloud Drake. Advantageous for red side if it's a Cloud Drake because they can just pressure with the Elder Dragon on the map. See, little things you gotta think about here with Dragon. Right. They really want this Dragon. Second Dragon, not the scariest thing. Red is not risking a lot for this Dragon here. They can get a bunch of kills here and just snowball the game into, like, oblivion. Kelsey Eyes could use some more gold. But also, blue side can get a lot of kills here as well. We do see a comp that can perform well in teamfight scenarios with Renato ults, with J4 and Lissandra and everything. Honestly, smart on them for not overstepping. Red side is a bit fed. Okay, we got some intense match here, actually. We got a Hextech Dragon outplayed by Yone. Alright, we got Rakan going bot lane as well. Diana hits an EQ. Perfect. But gets countered by Renato ultimate. Honestly, really well played by blue side here. Disengage was pretty nasty. Looks like they really want to do a dive here. If Lissandra gets a back here, honestly, it's very, very good. Looks like, oh my gosh, Diana goes in for an ultimate. MF also goes in for an ultimate. Flashes over the J4 ultimate, gets a successful dive. Also probably takes the tower as well. This is very huge. Look at that gold lead they have now. 18k to now 26k. Quite honestly, it's looking a little scary for blue side, but honestly, we can hope for the best considering the bot lane actually hasn't even died yet technically. They can actually come back. A few throws from red side and boom. Shutdowns will feed them so many items. It's like Yone probably getting a scuttle crab right here. Not sure exactly what's going on, but Don or Yuri trying to snowball the lead even further by taking all the junglers' camps. Yone goes in here. Do you think Yasuo can do a 2v1 here? I honestly think so. He's level 12 against level 8 and 10. Good ultimate. Well played. 2v1 here. He has his shield, flashes, EQs, and gets a 2v1. Perfectly played by Dizzy. That was very huge. Red side gets his entire top side while blue side suffers 2 deaths and probably even a dive mid. This is very risky. Does look like blue side does get the bot's power. Not sure if they have bounties right now. Oh, they do have bounties. Looks like bot side claimed the bounty, getting that bot side tower. Looking like everybody's resetting here, playing it slow. If red side gets an early inhib, quite honestly, it would be kind of a throw because they can farm off those waves and get a lot of gold and XP. That's honestly the only way I can see this coming back, unless they get a 5 shutdown. I'm not sure if that's even possible, but they could, honestly. Some griefing play by Dizzy, very known for griefing in his past games, could turn this game around. All right, looking like a little exchange going on top lane here. Okay, Jarvan goes in actually. Don't know if he wins this. Rakan gets a very good WR here. Yasuo gets an ultimate. Yone actually gets a kill here. Rooted is this Yasuo, and boom. There goes his bounty. Like I said, Dizzy. Dizzy does slip up a few times. Looks like Lelouchian going in, flashing and missing the Q, but still gets the kill in the end. Yone with his overtuned kit, and Diana still doesn't care about his kit and just slaps him left and right. Very well played from both sides, but honestly, quite the bounty collected by Lissandra there. Who knows? This could actually snowball them back into the game. But it's kind of scary considering it's nearly a 10k gold lead. All right, looking at CS is about 10 CS a minute. Not really, but almost there. Very high CS on the CGC side. Keeping up Jinx. Jinx keeping up with the gold. Like I said, Jinx could get 3 bounties right here and just totally collapse this game. It is very scary to see CGC with the dragon lead though. See if Yone wants to get into a little tussle here with this mid lane Vladimir. Oh, Yone does get a shutdown on Vladimir here. Actually outplayed. You got E, Q, boom. Smacked left and right. Yone's E, making him basically, I don't know, Zed? With a death mark. Amplified damage as well. One shots that Vladimir and it's just over. A 9,000 gold difference here at basically 20 minutes. They do engage onto this Yone. Yone is kind of smurfing here with an ultimate. Gets CC'd, but still goes for the MF, but still doesn't connect. Kelsey Ice finally gets her first kill and also gets her first bounty. Oh, looks like Rakan is overextended here. Gets EQ'd into a Lissandra combo, but ease away into safety. Renata hits a big ulti here. One hit, but oh no, actually. Diana doesn't actually kill her. Yasuo with the flank here. Kills Jarvan. MF with a huge ultimate here. Alright, Rakan looks like he is vengeance coming from the shadows, killing this Renata support. Supports have it out for each other clearly. But red side does get an early Baron. This snowballs their lead to, oh my goodness, 13k lead. I don't know about this one, guys. Really putting on a performance right here, CGC. Yone versus Diana here. Diana is level 15. Yone is very bold for this. Looks like Rakan wants to action and gets the kill himself. Rakan is solo carrying this game. We do see Tryndamere, aka Matt, giving us a performance with his Rakan. I see in the chat, J4 is pinging the Diana bounty. But honestly, I don't know about the tide of this game. It's looking like red side is very, very strong here with a 15,000 gold lead. Quite honestly, I don't know any game that recovers from 15k. But honestly, MPA could come back with this. Jinx with her what's that? What's that? It's blanking in my head. But oh, looks like Diana's going in. Does a troll Zhanya's. Tryndamere tries to go in with his W, but doesn't connect either. Yone looking like he wants to get a 1v5 penta here. Yone trying to escape W's. And still dies with the Renata MF. Throwing her ultimate. 1v9 Diana right here. Yasuo actually gets a quadra kill solo, but doesn't get it. Of course, Rakan has to perform and gets his ace for his team. Very well played by red side. Nice try by blue side. Honestly, MPA looked like they had it in the bag, even though Yone got caught there. You know, like I said early game, Dizzy does like to put on a performance where he just ints and throws the game. He does have 4 deaths here. Could be throwing bounties left and right and giving blue side a lead, but I don't know, a 15k this is actually nearly a 20,000 gold lead now. I don't know. I'm not sure if they can FF in these games, but this is kind of hard to play against. Someone correct me. Can you FF in these games? Anyone in the
I'm
chat?
actually not sure.
Just honestly, if I was in this position, I wouldn't want to play this.
I feel like I have seen it at some point in the season, but I could be wrong.
Quite honestly, both sides did play well, but early game did slip for blue side a little bit. Yasuo still going, killing his brother Yone. Oh, and he lands the Q, hits the ultimate, and slaps him left and right. J4 just got tossed. Not sure what Jinx is doing, but he's just backing top side. Probably trying to get as much gold as he can while he can. Getting the scuttle. Securing some Baron pressure. Alright, looking like CGC going in here. Dodges the Renata ultimate. W and then lands a big ultimate. Kills that Jinx. 1v3. Vladimir doing his own Vladimir things to secure the game. J4 goes in, but absolutely gets annihilated. GG's from both sides. And CGC D1 does take the first win.
Whew, what a rough game.
Quite honestly. I don't know. Both drafts looked very good. Looked very even. Teams looked very good. But like I said, early game did slip up a little bit. And that is kind of huge. It's kind of like breakfast. You start off your day very strong, or you just collapse.
Well, that is our first match of the night. We'll give the teams a little bit of time here before our next game starts, and we'll be back over shortly. Thank you everyone so much for your patience. Teams are currently doing their drafting now. Should be just a couple more minutes before we get started again. Currently, right now, we just finished our first game, that giving CGC's D1 team 1 point there. We'll be starting our second game soon. Thanks, guys. All
Yo,
right,
yo,
guys,
yo.
we're back.
What's up, guys? Looking like already a solid start to round two or game two. Sorry, I don't know terminology, but we do have some solid bands here. Going back to the first two bands being against the jungler. Clearly, Lelouch being a master tier jungler, kind of gonna ban this guy out. Diana was filthy last game, so
It
looking like
does
a Camille first pick too. Go ahead. Sorry.
it does seem like we're having an issue getting the screen capture here to show up. So continue describing because unfortunately people cannot see the menu right now.
Oh, heck no. All right. No, it's fine. But we do see. Oh, look at that. Dizzy on the Camille against Jusu with Vayne here. Okay, Vayne top, honestly, frowned upon in the league community, but this is very viable. This is a very good pick for Jusu here. If Camille doesn't get in a good early game, doesn't look like a solid start for blue side here. And then Vayne can just 1v9 the entire game. Oh wait, actually, I don't know about this one. We got a Kane Vagar into a Vayne. That's kind of scary for Vayne, considering Vagar just presses R and you're dead. But do have a frontline Volibear here. Plastic bag, running Volibear. Looks like it's jungle as well. Volibear being one of the stronger picks right now with Divine Thunder in the game and just a stat. He just stat checks you really hard. Victor as well. Victor is very, very good late game. Has a slow start, but of course, if he just CS's and gets his passive stacked up, he is what is that in line for a perfect late game. Looks like a Riven ban directed towards Dizzy. Didn't even notice the mid ban here. Ban against Sean or Yuri, banning out the Jace. Let's see what blue side CGC bans here. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yone ban. Not sure if that's supposed to be BM, but they did seem to have struggles against this Yone late game, so I do understand that ban. Quite honestly, Action ban, pretty strong. Clearly going against Dizzy here. Oh, we got an Ash bot. I don't know if Ash is very strong this season, but especially against the Jinx. We'll see what the support pick is, and maybe we'll have something to say. We got blue side picking support as well. Let's see what Trinamir picks here. Hopefully it's maybe Morgana to just counter this team comp, but we'll see. Morg would be pretty strong against Ashe. Look at what I said. I'm clearly just smurfing. Morgana is picked against this comp, and it's Seraphine as well. I don't know about this bot lane, but Jinx Morgana is kind of filthy. All right. Both comps can do really well late game, but honestly, left side does have a late game advantage considering Jinx and Vagar can outscale. But red side MPA here could destroy the early game with Volibear Vayne pressure and maybe even Ashe Seraphine, quite honestly. Let's see where Volibear ganks this game to see who he's playing strong side, and let's see how Lelouch plays his strong side here as well. It's very interesting to see a Kayn in these matchups because we never know what form he goes. Hopefully we see a blue Kayn here, considering they have literally 4 ranged champions. Maybe even an early 7-minute Kayn form here. But yeah, I'm excited to see this match unfold. All right, we're going into the game. We got 3 minutes until we get into the official game. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of a delay here. No ghosting, guys. No ghosting. Looks like someone in the chat saying a Nivea gameplay. We have Michael's local asking for a Nivea gameplay here. We'll see. Maybe game 3, we might get a Nivea gameplay here from mid lane, but it's kind of rare considering it's Yuri Tokisaki. I don't know how to say this last whatever, but I honestly want to see a Nivea gameplay here. Miles Local carrying the chat right now. Volibear buff soon. Honestly, Volibear is in a very good spot this season. Volibear probably one of the strongest junglers in this season due to his. I don't even know. It's just stats. It's a stat check champ, quite honestly. But he's able to clear really fast, sustains in the jungle really well. I don't even think you need a pot. His W just gives him sustain. And his ganks are really strong, gets CC'd and gets a Q reset, so that means he can keep running at them even though he gets CC'd. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Riot runs the game, am I right? Let's see if how the early game starts. Maybe we'll see an early invade from both sides. Morgana and Veigar are being very strong for invade. Camille with the lunge as well. Jinx, I guess, just can poke from the back line, but Kane really wants an early form, so maybe an early invade is the key here. Right side or MPA side could also be going pretty strong with an invade. Ashe Seraphine can actually stun the entire team with a WE, and Volibear following up with maybe with an E or something, maybe a Q, probably stronger. Vayne, maybe a root, or not root, it's condemn. Looks like Miles asking, Warwick different. I guess Warwick is different. We don't see any Warwicks this game, but I like the comment. Thanks for the support. I got 30 seconds since the game loads up. Hopefully everybody's having a great night, a wonderful night. This finals is not actually sponsored by anybody, but hopefully you guys are getting hydrated, eating, grab some popcorn because it's going to be quite an eventful finals right here.
Yeah, just to recap real quick before this game transitions over too, this is our second match of the night. CGC leading by 1 point.
Let's see if they can carry that momentum over to this game. I never really look at skins, but quite a beautiful skin lineup here. CGC side, we got Arcana Camille, Nightbringer Kane. Looks like he has got a chroma on too. Project Jinx, right? Already in the match. Let's see how this goes. Both sides. Let's see where they start. Let's see if they actually do an invade, like I said earlier. Both sides actually buying items quick. It does look like an invade angle here. Camille also walking bot side. 5 stack into a bush, or maybe just an invade in general. Either way, they can do nasty things with these comps. Oh, looks like Seraphine and Ashe might actually get caught here. Do they see? No, I don't think they do. Oh, they don't know. They're going around. Oh, that's very risky. Bot doesn't know. Ashe does look like she can get caught here. Oh my gosh, Camille gets an E in. Veigar gets a stun. Morgana misses the bind. That's a throw right there. Honestly, would have seen a flash Q if I were Morgana. Doesn't matter. We get an early flash here anyways. That's very strong for bot side considering they don't have any mobility with Ashe. Veigar does get a ability power stack here considering he pinged it. Volibear does want to get this early blue. They might split the map here considering Volley wants this blue side blue. Kane honestly benefiting both sides, but it's unfortunate that Volley will be playing against the strong side and Kane playing against. I'm not saying they're not the strong side, but it is a D1 top laner here. All right, looks like Volley's going straight to his Raptors. Doesn't even want to risk taking any of the other camps. Quite honestly, don't think Kane even knows that Volley took the top side. Oh, Kane actually wants to get an early invade in here. Not invade, gank in here. Looks like Sean's not... Actually, 6 CS the first wave, considering he started E. Clearly on top of his game here. Oh, looks like Ash does get queued with no... Oh my gosh. That was just flawless. Ash does get queued there, getting snared for probably five years. I'm not sure how long the route is, but 5 years is relatively close to what Morgana bind lasts for. And gets killed by Kayn, giving him his early stacks. Looks like a blue Kayn angle might be here, considering it is first strike. But first strike is viable for both forms, considering it gives you bonus damage, so it gives you more souls towards your passive. Alright, looking like Kayn going in for another gank here. Might even be able to get a flash here. Victor kind of trolling with no flash, but his movement is impeccable. Runs back into the stun, and 1Q should execute this. Nope, looks like Kayn does flash away. Victor recalling very safely, but Volibear in his jungle. Kayn doesn't really know about this, but Kayn, your entire top side is taken. Oh, he's throwing. No, he's not. He's trying to get a form in here. Does he give up an early kill for this? I think he does. He doesn't have flash. No, Josu actually gets an early kill for this with a bounty hunter stack as well. Gets an early red buff and might actually be able to punish this Camille. Quite honestly, I do not cast, so I do talk a lot, but hopefully you guys are enjoying my beautiful voice. Alright, look like top side. Playing a little safe here. Josu not really punishing Camille for getting CS, but quite honestly, what can you do? I would honestly take a lot of trades here, considering you do have a red buff. Camille going in for a trade. Gets a very nice WQ. Baits out the condemn and starts to go in with an E. Looks like Ghost Vayne does prevail here though. Camille flash ignites with a Q, but does not look like it's gonna actually execute. Kayn coming back bot side, knowing Ashe has no flash, punishing the champ for having no mobility. Honestly, the pick was kind of crazy, but I would love to see Ashe pop off here. Looks like Morgana is getting punished here. Morgana doesn't really retaliate with anything except a flash, but tries to throw a Q onto Seraphine. Honestly, rooting Volibear there would have been the play, considering the team was actually right next to the Volibear. There though, both sides looking quite even. Red side with a gold lead, considering he didn't even get his top side. They're doing an early dragon play here, maybe just for the scuttle, but Kelsey Ice tries to take the scuttle, but doesn't get it. Wow, well, well. Looks like momentum is slowly swaying away from last game though, with red side getting early kills. This does not mean that it's over. They are very much an early game comp, so they could easily throw their lead by giving away some bounties late game or mid game. As of right now, Veigar does have a CS lead, 32 CS. Pretty good for a Veigar. Veigar can start infinitely stacking his ability power and become the most atrocious champion in the game. Vayne does get 6 early, goes instantly into Camille and gets another early kill with Lethal Temple. Quite honestly, 3 kills on a Vayne early is quite unplayable, and flexes his level 7. Mind you, Jusu is also an ADC player. He got filled into top lane, I assume, by his team. But still decides to, you know, carry that ADC presence topside. But honestly, Jinx and Morgana having kills early is kind of scary, with Kayn having more stacks than usual. Oh, looks like Josu does not have any mana. Kayn goes in here. Everybody misses their abilities top lane, and Vayne gets out unpunished. Mid lane wants to get a gank in here, but Veigar's playing really, really well, being safe here. Jinx is also pretty safe here as well, CSing. All lanes look like it's kind of CSing lane. And honestly, Morgana being a little aggressive, but it's okay. We don't really see this Tryndamere on Morgana, so I don't blame him. John getting a little trade in with his ult, or not ult, his E. Ash giving recon here, throwing a hawk shot into the red side jungle, or the blue side jungle. Vayne does punish Kayn off of the scuttle, but quite honestly, Jusu could be punished here for doing that. Camille does ult, condemned into Vayne. Volibear does go in here. Very strong E there. Q's over the bush from Kayn. Very nice cage. Flash from Victor. Both flashes coming out. Victor does not get a kill here, but Veigar safely makes it out. Still has TP, so he could totally get a reset here. Looks like we have some hype in the chat. We got a my top laner baby from Alpha Wolf. Rising the Dragon saying, let's go plastic bag. Throwing in an XD in the emoticon. Plastic bag is slowly creating this tempo for this red side team here. Giving Vayne 1 kill early game. Snowballing her lead to 4-0. Honestly, I see Dizzy in a lot, so this is still an even game. Looks like unstoppable Volibear jumps over the cage. Veigar does get an early kill here. Gets an execute on the Volibear, but dies for it with Victor taking the kill. Victor's early game kills are really strong too because of his passive. The more Hex Tech cores, whatever it's called, he can get early, the more abilities he can actually level up. So, pretty worth it on both sides. Looks like bot lane wants to go in here. Morgana lands a beautiful bind and hits an ultimate, ignites instantly, and drops the Ashe with Jinx, getting the kill. Another kill looking down here. Morgana does take the kill, but Morgana well-deserved considering he hit both of those binds. Snowballing this bot lane lead very, very well. With bot lane having a lot of pressure, Kayn does get prio into this red side jungle. I'm not sure if bot side is actually going to help, but bot is rotating quicker. Looks like Lelouch does take the blue buff and gets an... Oh, Morgana actually gets hit here with an Ashe arrow, but beautifully placed traps by Jinx to zone their team away. One ultimate off the map, so bot lane could probably use this to their advantage again and just run them down again. Considering both of them do have summoner spells, not sure how it's gonna go. Top lane looks absolutely miserable, having to play under turret the entire game. Dizzy still playing it pretty well. He's level 8, not level 6 at least, against a level 9 Vayne. Both teams are pretty even, so we both need to be careful. Both teams need to play this very well if they're going to throw their leads. Volibear with a flash Q into their tower gets Veigar killed and Victor with an assist. Like I said, the cores do help Victor a lot here, upgrading his abilities early game. Kayn actually gets an early, not early, but quite an early blue Kayn here to start snowballing the game a little bit more, but who knows? We do see a blue Kayn here, like I said. Very strong into this comp, considering they have 4 squishy champions. Volibear could be killed by Jinx, Camille, Veigar. Veigar could probably one-shot this guy. So, Lelouch has no worries. One-shotting their front line, and what else? Volibear just gets killed by the entire team. Looks like he wants to do a gank here. Ashe throws in a very good arrow, engaging into the Morgana. Seraphine throws an ultimate, and Kayn tries to go in, but unfortunately does not play out very well for both sides. Alright, but with that exchange, Ashe does finally get a kill, getting her back into the game a little bit. 79 CS to 85 bot lane. Not the biggest loss here, considering they didn't get many plates, but pretty even. But honestly, it looks like a lot of tempo top lane, but Dizzy could really outplay this Vayne later, considering Vayne is very, very outscalable. Very huge ultimate by Camille here. Kayn goes in, Camille ignites, and Kayn gets a shutdown. That is humongous. 500 gold shutdown to Kayn. It's gonna snowball pretty hard considering, oh my gosh, mid lane actually gets a kill here too. Little skirmishes going on everywhere. But bot lane does go for the Drake here. Sean getting a kill is very, very big as well, because you can honestly just one-shot this Vayne late game. Oh, looks like Kane's going to be snowballing harder, taking his entire top side. Revenge from early game. Volibear did take Kane's top side as well. Lelouchian does want to seek revenge. Level 9 against level 8 Volibear. Now this is how you control your mental right here. He did not tilt, considering he did have a very harsh early game. Lelouchian recollecting, getting a bounty, and also taking the top side. Now he is currently a gold lead as well as an XP lead as well. All right. I honestly don't know what Veigar was doing, but he was bot side. Losing 2 waves, it looks like, against this Victor. Oh, Vayne wants to get a little poke in here. Probably don't know Volley's around. But Kayn does need a reset here, considering he did get a bounty here. Mid does look like it's diveable. Very risky to go. Go Luden's here. Not sure what the viable strat is. Honestly, Crown is probably strong. Everfrost being the highly hyped item on Veigar. Victor being very low here. Camille goes in. Flash from Veigar. Tries to cage this Volibear, but gets tunnel vision Volibear. And Sean gets another kill for the team. Kayn wants to go in here. WQs but misses everything, hits his ultimate. Lands straight into the Victor W. Vayne just honestly popping off here, and Victor also getting killed. 3 kills going to red side, and now with a 1k gold lead. Like I said, this is not over for anybody. This is still a game. Quite the close game. More favored towards red side, considering they have a dragon advantage as well. Quite honestly, I don't know. Kayn should probably be playing for these dragons, considering they do have a bot side advantage. Hextech dragon on the map. Very, very strong dragon. Honestly, unplayable sometimes. So bot side should be pressured here more. It's like a little farming battle, skirmish in the mid lane still. People still playing their laning phases at 16 minutes. That's honestly quite optimal, considering their comps are very scaling. Blue side more scaling, but Victor still wants all of his cores. Pretty sure Everfrost is a move here for Veigar, but he doesn't know. Looks like they do want to make a play here against Volibear. Kayn gets a WQ in here. Camille also ults. Camille gets a kill, getting her back into the game. Kayn wants to WQ into the Vayne, but Vayne does condemn, ulting into her. There is an Ash arrow. Unfortunately, red side does prevail with both kills going towards them. Looks like Jinx throws a rocket, but it does not connect. Just barely misses the Victor. Honestly, Sean could still carry this game with Veigar. One-shotting the Vayne maybe late game. But Victor does zone them off. That early tier 2 is very strong for red side, considering they do want this dragon. Let's see who gets this dragon here. It's going to be very huge considering it's going to be near soul point. Kane is very pressured to getting this dragon here. There is a lot of pressure here. Vayne coming in for the fight, but Camille is very late to the fight. Not quite sure what Kelsey Ice is doing, stepping up, but Ash does land a very huge ultimate onto Kane, but Morgana is not there to Black Shield. Camille does get a kill here. Camille does want to go back in here and get this dragon, clearly. But their entire team is actually getting zapped by this Cloud Drake. Or not Cloud Drake, Hextech Drake. Huge Seraphino, hits 3 people. Camille connects onto the Seraphine with ultimate and gets that kill. Jusu going crazy with her ultimate, his ultimate. Looks like Hextech Dragon is just zapping away at everybody and getting kills for the enemy team. Jusu still going in for this Jinx, but Jinx not respecting it. Luckily, did get away with a flash for Jinx. But honestly, I think Morgana literally just flash ults onto this Vayne and maybe gets a kill for them. Kane wants to get this Vayne here, but gets condemned. Prowler's Claw into Q and probably ultis, but does not connect the ulti, unfortunately. Auto attacks are too quick, and Vayne gets another kill, making her lead 10-1 with a 146 CS lead. Quite honestly, carrying the gold lead for the red side here with 35,000 to 31,000. Veigar looks like he's trying to get a kill here, and Jusu, does he get punished by Dizzy? Dizzy does a EQ flash and gets a 950 gold bounty. Quite huge for Camille here coming back into the game. I don't know, maybe that was pretty worth because he did not even die for it but used flash. Honestly, Camille does not need flash. Her E makes her flash on everybody, clearly. Is he getting another bounty here? Snowballing his lead back to normal. Chelsea Ice and Trinamir bot lane trying to keep this tower alive. Not optimal, quite honestly, because Volibear does have ultimate. They're playing it really well, staying very far back, knowing their opponents could actually just one-shot them. Looks like Trinamir goes in here with a Q. Totally just whiffs his Q, but the Lucian gets hit by that Ash Arrow. Ash Arrow is very, very long considering it was from very far. Camille does get a kill here. Goes on a Victor, gets another shutdown. This is very scary. Dizzy is known for carrying their games, but going to volley here gives Sean a kill. Boom. 3 kills actually. Going to the blue side for none. They're really recollecting this game and only, what is that, cushioning their gold loss by, what is that, 1K? Can't even do math, sorry. Someone's got to correct me here.
Pretty swift little comeback there.
Right. Oh, Camille actually going back for another kill. He went from 1 to 6 to 7 to 6. That is quite insane.
Yeah,
But they're
really
really...
closing the gap. Oh, oh,
Looks like Josu doing a 1v4 here. Gets a triple kill
sheesh.
1v4.
Oh my.
1v4. Does he do it? Does he get the quadra? Doesn't want to risk it, but very well played by Jusu there. Not sure what the Baron play was there, but I do get it. They did have 3 people off of the map. Honestly, I am on my toes with this game. Don't know how this is going to go, but I can't wait for it to end. This is very painful. Vayne is literally just snowballing, carrying the game. All right, looks like they're still doing the Baron, committing to the Baron. Quite honestly, blue side is not doing anything about it. Or nor they can do anything about it. I actually think they can do something about it now. If Josu does reset, it's quite over for them. Dizzy gets a connection onto his Seraphine. The Lucian going for it as well. Lands the W, hits the Prowler Claw, and hits the Q. Gets a free kill for him. Everybody's getting a reset here, but mid lane's pushing in. Maybe caving in onto a tower bounty here. Oh, they don't even have bounties. Victor tries to go recall, but just gets WQ'd by the Kayn. Running away from his Vayne for some reason. Kayn does hit a W here, but early QSS from Vayne does get him killed by Dizzy here. Dizzy gets another shutdown, 1 to 6 to 8 to 6. Maybe even gets another kill. Sean gets another kill. Snowballing his lead even more. Everfrost onto Veigar is huge here. Camille goes back in, connects with Ashe. Veigar throws an ultimate into the Big Bear. Big Bear eats it like a monster. Man, it's all these fights just keep this game on my toes, you know. Veigar lands a QW here. Morgana. Electric Q actually procced from the Yuri E. And now they're all peeing the Hextech Dragon, clearly knowing Macro is the best play here with all that gold lead. Quite honestly, it's not even that high of a gold lead. All the gold is on Vayne, and all their gold is all around the map. Looks like Veigar, Jinx, and Camille has a bunch of gold here. Very close game. We'll see if Jusu can 1v9 carry here. Although red side did have soul point, blue side did claim a dragon to extend the game a bit. Quite honestly, hitting the mid game, late game right here, as Vayne goes a little bit more squishy, but does get a Randuin's here to counter this Jinx? Question mark? Don't know, but Thornmail probably could have been... No, honestly, Warden's Mail is probably the most OP item in the game right now, so... Very nice item selection by Vayne. Honestly, chat going crazy about the Morgana Q or the Ashe ult, but quite honestly, Morgana Q is kind of filthy. Looks like Sean engaging again, knowing that Vayne is topside. Gets a kill on Victor. Veigar goes in and gets the Ashe. Dizzy going in for that Seraphine and probably gets an E connect here. Gets a Q connect, and now he's 10 and 7. Does that make him legendary? I think he's legendary. He just came back. He has a lot of gold now, considering he was against a Vayne top. Quite honestly, I expected it, considering it is a Vayne top. Gets outscared a little bit. All right, Vayne. Looks like Josu wants it 1v9 again. Can we see it again? Veigar does land a stun here. Cage gets QSS. Dizzy does back up, considering he is against a Vayne. Josu going back in, but gets too cocky. Gets Q'd, E'd, and W'd by the Kayn and gets executed. Veigar with his true damage ultimate, as someone in chat said, killing that Volibear and recollecting the game. Now with a 1k gold lead.
What
Looks
a
like
turnaround.
CGC. Right, quite the turnaround for their CGC team right here. Like I said, this is anybody's game still. But that is quite the turn, considering they are late game champions. You really want to, what is that, stow away from this angle, this late game angle. You don't want their team to outscale and just destroy your Vayne. Kind of like the stock market. You don't want to throw all your eggs in one basket. That's exactly what they did with Vayne, and they're reaping the consequences here. Right, looking like we're just jungling, camping, whatever. We're just jungling as a team here. Josu, level 16, while their their bot lane is level 12. Quite interesting. Seraphine has died quite a bit, so losing a lot of XP value. All right, looks like there might be a fight here mid very soon. But Ash is collecting the gold from the Raptors. All right, looking like a question mark ping right here. Jinx does get the mid pressure. Okay, Morgana does land a Q on the Victor. Kane actually lands a Prowler's Claw and then executes Victor. Dizzy going in, 1v9, going to the bot side and destroying their entire bot lane.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Dizzy actually just 1v9ing here, clearly. Gets an early... Is this an... Looks like he's getting an inhib here. 28-minute inhib. That's very, very good. A lot of pressure here. They look like they want to end the game a bit, but Josu could actually 1v5 here. Not going to lie. Especially with a front line like Volibear. Gets one tower. That is actually very huge. Q lands on Vayne, but Vayne is getting very good on kiting.
Oh.
Vayne going for the 1v5 again. Looks like Veigar does throw a true damage ultimate and lands and one-shots the Vayne. This is what I'm talking about. Veigar does not want to play against this Vayne. Victor does get a very big ultimate there, but like I said, Yuri is godlike right now. You want to avoid the little mage. He's quite the villain. It's looking like a game here with a 3K lead on the blue side now, considering they did have Dragon Point early and all those kills early. I feel like I said they were down like 5K, 3K gold earlier. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it definitely was a significant gap.
Right, absolutely. That's kind of insane. Very well played from both teams so far. Josu actually extended the game a little bit there, considering he basically 2v5'd and stalled. Very well played. Plastic Bag as well. Cannot forget about Plastic Bag. Looks like Sean is doing a little bit of zoning. Here's Sean actually gets hit by a Ash arrow. Sean gets caught out here, does not have a Zhanyas, and cages the entire enemy team. Enemy team could really get a lot of kills here, but gets hit by a Morgana Q. All I'm saying is blue side, better back up. Sean is not there to punish this. Morgana does get away. Looking like Kane is trying to go in again, but very well played. Unfortunately, Veigar does get killed here, but they do get the Hex Tech, extending the game a little bit longer. Quite honestly, the inting Dizzy here, doing another inting play. Looks like he's going 1v9 into Volibear and still executing. Doesn't look like they can actually 1v9 here. Inting Dizzy going in, 1v9 like I said. And he's actually, oh my goodness. This is absolutely filthy. Right, this looks like a Baron angle for the blue side here. Quite honestly, I want to see Dizzy in and try to backdoor, but I don't think that's happening. Unless he hears me. I'm not sure. Alright, looks like blue side is getting Baron. Honestly, this Baron gives them a 4K gold lead, considering they were actually down 4K early game. But very well played by these mid-game players, clearly.
seems like somebody may have been experiencing connection issues, maybe? Okay, well, there we have another game going to CGC's D1 team. We will be back shortly for our next round.
So sorry.
thank you guys again for your patience. Our teams are currently working through the drafts now. Should be getting started here in just a few minutes. Thank you again for waiting with us. We'll be starting game 3 here soon. All right, you guys, we are back for game number 3.
Looks
Okay.
like it's like quite the draft here. Back at it again with the jungle bands. It's all right. Oh, looks like they did a little role swap here. Jusu actually in the bot lane, considering he did play an ADC top. Do see their fix with the roles here, and we do have a new top laner, Alpha Wolf 115. I think I saw him in the chat earlier, actually. Yeah, Alpha Wolf 115 was in the chat earlier, hyping up his team. Very cool, very cool. Actually get to see him. He's pronouns. Sorry. Um, but we're gonna see Alpha Wolf play some Riven top lane here. I'm very excited. I love Riven players. Dizzy being one of them. Considering he does int every game, but I have seen his Riven. It's very powerful. I think I don't know what game it was, but he literally 1v5 and got a penta, I think, in one of the games. Not sure if anybody remembers, but it was quite the highlight of the series. Honestly, I remember highlights being in this like esports league. Like I remember like people used to clip them. It's kind of cool. It's like a MCEL like esports montage or something. You guys still do that? I don't even know. But let's see. Maybe I can start something. Looks like we do have some interesting picks here. Fiora into Riven. Quite a skill matchup here. Kane Shinjao. Shinjao honestly has a stronger early game, but Kane, of course, can always come back later with Rost. Victor Veigar, looks like we have the same matchup mid lane here. Veigar does prevail late game as we saw last game, so very risky Victor pick here. But Victor does want to secure that early game again. Jusu, let's see who Jusu plays here, but we do have a Vex ban and a Vayne ban, so he doesn't 1v5 again. Let's see who Kelsey Ice plays here. We need a very strong, honestly, team fight oriented ADC here. This comp does lack team fight. Let's see who they pick here. Maybe. Oh, looks like another MF. MF is quite the team fight kind of champion. Considering her ultimate does zone the entire team away. Zeri. Zeri is a very good pick here. Very mobile. Can probably dodge around Veigar, but Morgana just roots you for 2 years, maybe 3 decades. But we do have a Leona pick here. Gets counter picked clearly by Morgana. All right, we got 50 seconds to choose your loadout, and then another 3 minutes until we get into the game. Is everybody having a good time here? Hopefully, everybody's been enjoying these matches. Quite the finals we're having here. Just a little recap. Currently, CGC is leading 2-0 in this series and is looking to carry this momentum over to the final match, possibly. Unless we have a reverse sweep. MPA can totally do. But honestly, very great question. Who won draft here? I think with the red side, CGC might win draft here, just considering Fiora's kind of busted. Kane as well. Xin Zhao does fall off a little bit, but he's quite the monster. But very even draft. Of course, bot lane does get a little bit of a counter pick here. Still, Leona could pop off with Zeri. But Zeri and Leona could have a struggling early game. What do you guys think? Who won draft here? 1 minute, and we got a crazy match going on here. Hoping to see a dub on the blue side here, so we can see a very long series. But quite honestly, who knows? Maybe I'll get some sleep tonight. All right, let's see where the junglers go. Let's talk about the early game. We do see another Kane here. Maybe this is kind of a tricky question, but what Kane form is he actually going? Blue Kane, very viable, but honestly, he probably gets one shot by their front line here. Ross does out sustain their team a little bit more, so I do think Kane does go Conqueror here. Fiora early game, I think beats Riven just because of just sheer stats. But of course, Riven could outplay it, maybe bait out a few abilities from Fiora and just smack him left and right. Xin Zhao could totally punish this Fiora if she does get an early game lead. Xin Zhao being a very early game heavy champion. Like I said, Conquer Kane does look like a Rost match tonight. We have PTA Misfortune. Not sure what that is. Probably Kraken. Probably Kraken build. Maybe even Eclipse build. But honestly, Eclipse pretty strong against this team, considering they do have some heavy tanks or bruisers. Math very versatile into their team. But of course, Victor is very strong here too. He can zone their entire team with the WER. Quite honestly, maybe even be able to reach this MF and one shot her in a team fight. Looks like they might even invade here. Yeah, I noticed a trend. They always invade, probably because they have a Kane to get early form. But Morgana does also lead pretty well with an invade. Morgana has to flash here for this bind to root. Never mind, he's very confident. Veigar hits a
Oh
E as well,
my.
and Dizzy gets first blood. We've seen Dizzy lose early game and destroy late game. Now imagine him with an early lead. What can happen? We will see. Dizzy does use that early game 400 gold to get a long sword. Does get a little... Oh, an extra pot as well? Listen, Riven's going to have quite the tough time, but I don't know. Xin Zhao pathing bot as well. It's looking scary. I don't know, man. Maybe gets level 2'd by Xin Zhao here, but if I were Xin Zhao, I would path topside, quite honestly. But topside does not look bad either, considering their D1 player is also bot side. Josu being fed early could be the determining factor for this match. Kind of excited to see a Zeri play, though. Honestly, not a lot of people play Zeri, but apparently she looks like a Valorant character. I don't know. I don't play Valorant, but we'll see. All right, Zeri does get a little bit of an early poke here against Morgana. Let's see how Veigar does against this matchup. Riven is not respecting this early game Fiora, though. Look at that. Boom. Gets a vital proc right there. Gets a little bit of a damage off right there. Zones him away from CS. You able to pull up the items? Perfect. Looks like they do have a CS lead top lane, as well as a gold lead, level 2 lead as well because of that first blood. And zones this Riven off of the wave. Xin Zhao is not indeed pathing top, so Fiora can run this punish the entire early game. And Riven could literally just not play the game at all. Looks like bot lane playing it very smart, playing back a little bit. I don't know. Maybe harassing a little too hard there. But if Morgana does place a W on them, it's kind of troll. You don't really want to push this wave in too hard, but I think you kind of control the wave and destroy Zeri, because Zeri's really not a strong early game champ. It's like Riven's getting harassed again under tower. Riven does not get a turret shot there against this Fiora, but Dizzy really wants this kill. Might he throw? No, he won't. He actually collapses 2 waves under tower and kills the Riven. So Riven gets 5 CS and loses all that XP in exchange for a kill. really worth for Fiora here. Riven doesn't even have TP. This is pretty huge. Looks like Xin Zhao's heading topside for the scuttle. Not sure why. Considering they... Actually, no, I lied. Probably smart. Bot lane is not that strong early, like I said. Both junglers securing their scuttles. Sean might get ganked here, but Victor does not have any mana at all. Victor gets hit by the stun and walks towards his jungler. Xin Zhao does look like he wants to go for the kill here too. But Kane, if he gets an exchange here, will get souls. Riven does look like he did a little misplay right there and will get killed by Fiora, possibly? No, they both have flash, so they're playing it really smart. Bot lane, though, does look like they're going to do a little exchange here. Like I said, Zeri is not strong early game, so they're getting very, very punished. Hard punished by this Morgana. That Kane might want an early soul stack here. Tries to dive the bot lane. Maybe he just gets a harass in. Xin Zhao is there hovering. Top lane does look very intense though, quite honestly. It's like Josu might get dived here, dove here. But honestly, Xin Zhao pressure is kind of scary. You don't really want to, end here and throw 3 to 2 kills with their D2 diamond, D1, whatever. Looking like the CS leads are pretty close. Hextech flash coming in from Leona. Oh, Josu looks pretty low. Morgana, Black Shields, what is that? MF, and MF gets the early kill on Zeri. Leona gets a kill on MF, and Leona might actually get a double kill here, considering Morgana does want this exchange. Walking towards Xin Zhao might be not the move, because Xin Zhao does get a kill here. Let's see if Morgana takes the... Leona gets the kill, but she doesn't, and Xin Zhao takes the kill. Very well played QW by Fiora. Gets a parry in. Chases this Riven down. Riven does not have flash, and I think it's just a free kill for Riven. Fiora. Man, I'm getting names mixed up, but Kane does get an early kill here. Getting close to the Ross. And execute on Riven here is actually huge because Ross stacks from melee champions. Not only does Kane get a kill, but he also gets a Gromp here. Maybe he goes for the Wolves and gets a little risky. Doesn't look like it. He's taking the safer route. He knows that every lane is reset, so he's going for the scuttle. Very, very smart. Josu does get a very deep ward in here, though. He is very overextended, quite honestly. He is walking up without Leona. I don't know if bot lane knows this, but... pretty sure they should know, considering they took the Gromp. Looks like Lelouchian is 6 here, though. Maybe even make a play topside. Very well played by LC Ice here against Josu. LC Ice does punish Josu for trying to step up. Dizzy does look like he's throwing out a lot of cat emotes. Very well played by Riven here, waiting out the parry. It looks like Dizzy should be able to kill him here if he plays this very well. Looks like Xin Zhao might even gank? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, Leona lands the E, waiting out the Q a little bit, and goes in on that Josu, and Josu dies here. MF gets the kill. Looks like the MF is actually capitalizing on Zeri's early game a little bit. And honestly, Zeri received a very big nerf. Isn't as tanky as before, and quite honestly isn't as strong as before either, even with the new crit buffs. Looks like Fiora does want to do a 1v2 here. Honestly, a Q over the wall could probably kill, but oh wow, both of the teams actually throwing here. Come on, Riven. Riven hitting the full combo. Kane dodges it with the ultimate. Goes back in to try to get some more souls, but doesn't actually quite make it. I'm not sure if they're going crazy here, but Fiora gets the kill. Actually outplays the Xin Zhao. Very well played by Zizzy. Looks like Victor does get a kill here, but Rift Herald clearly has some bias towards CGC and bashes Victor into that Veigar cage. All right, let's see what happens in this game. Victor with the blue buff is quite scary. He has a lot of lane pressure with the blue buff, considering he can just spam his abilities and roam free. Gets hit by another stun, unfortunately, giving Veigar even more stacks for the late game. Veigar is very, very fed right now with 75 CS at 9 minutes. Red side with a 2k gold lead, but like I said, every game is winnable, quite honestly. Both champions. Looks like bot might be setting up for a dragon here. Xin Zhao getting that rift, or what is that, rift scuttler? Xin Zhao is clearing out the pink ward, but honestly, bot lane has a big wave. Don't think it's very, very smart for the Xin Zhao to start dragon. Oh, looks like a QW by Dizzy here. Dizzy fails a flash and probably gets hit by another turret shot and dies. No, he doesn't. But Garrett, or Lelouchian, gets hit by a Xin Zhao W and gets collapsed on by their entire team, actually. Quite honestly, I don't know how he's going to get out of this one. Zeri does collect the kill here. That's very risky from both sides. Both sides actually have to play this very well. But Josu does die to the Morgana. Oh my goodness. What did I just witness there? MF tried to throw ultimate, but gets disabled? Doesn't even look like a Victor W was there, so I'm not sure what MF got canceled by. But 3 kills going to a Veigar. Not the best thing to happen early game, quite honestly. Yuri Tokusaki could totally just build a Ninja Tabby's Frozen Heart and build just full tank and 1v9 this game. All right, looking like CGC is starting up the dragon here. Red side is CGC starting up the dragon. Does not have the bot lane pressure. This is quite risky, but the confidence is what makes the play work here. Hey, looking like he wants to do a little gank over the wall. Pretty sure Fiora knows that the Xin Zhao is bot lane, so she might go for a dive here. Looks like Kane does get a kill here, getting closer to his form, and is able to clear out this bot wave for some plates possibly. If CGC red side does keep up this tempo, I think it could be a wrap. But like I said, Zeri could totally pop off late game. Victor does have 2 kills here with 70 CS. He could totally change the entire game by, getting a few shutdowns, bounties, this and that. Kelsey Ice does flash here and gets killed. And coming back for another kill. Very risky considering Zeri could take all 3 bounties, or 2 bounties. Good ultimate by Kane here, but let's see how this plays out. I think Leona runs away here. Not sure if... Oh, unfortunate. Like I said, Zeri. Zeri is a really strong late game, but we'll see how this goes. Veigar, does he get a kill here? Looks like he gets a kill. Zeri poking him down, but Veigar is quite the mage with a ninja tabbies. Pretty sure Veigar also has ultimate. Veigar could play this really well and get a cage and just boom, true damage ulti. You guys know how it goes. Looks like Veigar is playing it very smart, resetting because of the mana problems. Also, probably has a huge gold lead right now. 4 kills and 97 CS at 13 minutes. Very well played TP here. He doesn't have Unleash TP, but Unleash TP does come up in like 10 seconds. Maybe should have kept the TP, but whatever. Looks like top lane is going to get ganked here. Sweep and no wards. So Xin Zhao does look like he's moving in here. Gets an EQ connect. Fiora does land a huge parry, hits his ultimate, and also Q's away from the Riven R. Kayn does have form now, so that means he has a lot of pressure on the map. Goes in with a challenging smite, Q's, W's, and lands everything. Does he have ulti? Doesn't look like he has ulti, but... Oh, wow! Very well played by Fiora here with the Q and Stridebreaker combo. But bot lane does get a double kill, getting punished by that stronger Triforce build Zeri. It's like Fiora doesn't get anything here because of the mana problem. Very, very, very interesting play by Dizzy. But we do know what happens with Dizzy. He does like to int a little bit. The classic inting Dizzy. Like bot lane tower is going down on the red side. Blue side does capture some momentum here, getting them back into the game. Only a 1k, basically a 1k deficit for the blue side. Morgana does look like playing out of place right here. Honestly, giving away free kills to Zeri is not the move. Surprised they didn't ban out the Zeri. Zeri's pretty strong right now. Wonder who did their draft. Alright, looks like Fiora wants to get this kill top lane here. Gets the flash and everything. Just one vital and it's over. Boom, there you go. Nice little vital proc there. Rock seeing the wave. Probably doesn't know Xin Zhao is actually over the wall, but uses Stridebreaker. Let's see how he outplays this one, huh? Looks like an emo going out here. Going towards his jungler. Very well played. Xin Zhao does hit the ultimate there. Very well played spacing by Fiora. Fiora is very risky right there, and Yuri does get a kill. Well played by Dizzy.
Too? Yeah.
It does give him a tower at 300 gold straight to Fiora, but bot lane does rotate very fast. Fiora lands an ultimate. I mean, Leona lands an ultimate, but Zeri doesn't want to go through. Probably there are 3 people top lane. Probably don't want to mess with that, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, it looks like they want a Rift Herald. That's going to be quite a fight. It's going to be a 4v5 here, actually. Goodness gracious. 4v4. No, 3v4. No, we still get the Rift Herald, though. Pretty huge. But a 2-man Everfrost is pretty huge as well on Veigar's side. They're going to be applying pressure for this Rift Herald, but I don't think they die for this here. Bounties are very big here. Rift Herald's not that important. Getting the objective off the map is just huge in the first place. Look like a very close game still. CGC leading with dragons and gold as well. Honestly, leading with everything, but we all know how Zeri can get. Look like a little brawl going down mid here. All ultis landing down. Lucian all in their back line, straight through their front line. And Zeri does pick up a kill here on Kayn. Looks like Veigar does want to land a big cage here. Hits them WQ and everything. Riven trying to dive the MF and doesn't get the kill actually. Xin Zhao goes in and Sean is actually going crazy here. Veigar throwing ultimates, throwing cages and everything. But is it enough to take down Jusu? But honestly, Jusu could probably get one-shotted late game by this Veigar. Victor does seem to be split pushing the entire time. Wow. They literally just... Was that a 4v4? That was a 4v4, yes. Both sides took a lot from there. Fiora. If Fiora was there, it'd probably be a different story, quite honestly. Zeri versus Fiora is kind of filthy. Both teams playing this very slowly. Alright, looking like Fiora wants to catch this. Oh! Looks like we have a... We have Pagu. Hey, Pagu.
Hello there.
Oh, hi, Pagu. Here to join and help cast?
Yeah,
Please
Welcome.
do. I'm just rambling. Quite
yeah. I
honestly.
had a not so fun match. I just played.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can always play Vel'Koz once, and then after that they just counterpick it, and I'm fucked. So.
Sounds like a unfortunate sequence of events for you, sir. Looks like
Mm.
Sean does flash R into the Zeri and gets the ultimate. Like I said, this champ
Oh,
can literally build tank and be the worst nightmare. An early Void Staff, too. Very interesting pick, but does get a dive in here. Entire team collapses onto the poor Riven. Kelsey Ice does take the L for that and gives it a kill away to Riven. Honestly, Riven late? I don't know.
Rygar is a champ to be reckoned with, no matter what he builds.
Right.
He can build AD, and it won't matter.
But honestly, look at this. Morgana does land a bind from very afar. I couldn't even see it in
Morgana
my own
does
screen.
actually live here. Holy cow!
Right. Even Vagar getting a kill right there. Wonder what he's gonna bind next. Maybe a frozen heart. You see that cloth armor right there? Oh, he
Oh, I
does get
see
a.
it.
Is that a Hornet's veil?
Oh, he
Yes.
is getting the. Oh boy.
Oh, he's not allowing Zeri to have fun at all this game.
No,
It
he
does
is
look
not.
like.
The tower is hanging on by a thread.
Right. All right, we're gonna see the classic Inting Dizzy just run it down and get that tower real quick.
Well, he'll probably get a few kills in the bot lane, then warm up, just auto the tower, then hit up top lane.
All right. Looks
Let
like they
Dizzy
might
do
be
his thing.
collapsing on
Oh,
Leona here.
yeah, Leona insanely out of position here. Trapped in the Valkyrie cage, nowhere to go. And Dizzy taunting with emo.
Oh, it looks like gets trapped by the cager. Like I said, they're just scrambling like chickens in the cage.
Valkyrie just ulting her with like 3/4 HP. Boom. Most of it is gone.
Right.
Big yikes here.
Looks like Dizzy doing the in strat right here, going 1v9. Gets out successfully with the kill as well for his team to collapse onto their other teammates.
This gap is getting pretty huge, pretty quick.
Quite honestly, we did see like a 1k gap, but now it's snowballing to 9k. Where did all this
Wonder if
gold
they
come
are going to
from?
Baron off here.
It's like they do collect a dragon though for Dragon Point, Soul Point.
MF just soloing the drag while the rest all rotate up to Baron.
Man, it's looking quite scary for the blue side here though, with this huge objective
Zeri
gap
coming
and
in, she
macro.
might be able to actually get a pick onto the cane and steal it.
Let's see it.
That's what she's going to try and do.
Does look like red side does get
Cane
the
does
Baron
fight, and it
though.
looks like there is going to be a whole fight here. Dizzy's still alive with that healing from the
That's the blood
uh,
Blade of the Ruined King.
yeah, Blade of the Rune King absolutely helping out along with the Gore Drinker. Oh no, Stridebreaker. I thought she had Gore Drinker. I was like, well, that would explain why she has so much health.
Right.
Oh, and
But-
what's on East was they probably are going to get inhib here.
But an 11K lead does look very scary for this blue side, though. Especially with this Baron and in-hit pressure I'm sure they're going to get. Let's see what happens here, though. How did they recover from this? Possibly Zeri with a Titanic power spike, possibly. But the recent patch did nerf that build very hard.
Zeri is an interesting champ, to say the least.
Honestly. Great concept, though. I love it.
Yeah,
Imagine having to aim in League of Legends.
I
Who would have
know.
thought? Didn't want to play Valorant. Probably would have queued for a different game. Whatever, though.
Yeah, I was explaining earlier, our last Valorant match ended up going for, I think it was nearly 4 hours. Or, yeah, our last stream for Valorant. They had quite a
There's
long
that much
night.
overtime?
Yeah, they have to win by a 2-point lead. I think that one of the final scores for the first game, it was like something like 19 and 21. It was just very, very long games.
I
Goodness
guess you're not
gracious.
allowed to draw on it then?
No, no. Yep. But you play until one team has the 2-point lead, so it can go on for quite a while.
Yeah, I remember what I had a Valorant. Oh, looks like
Look like
TP in. Looks like they're all
TP.
gonna push at the bot lane again.
It's just going to be a push to end here, it looks like, quite honestly.
This
Yeah,
could
course,
be it.
Dizzy just splitting from the top lane, just
Izzy always
doing
splitting, you
your
know.
thing. Yeah.
It's always the Dizzy diff.
Oh.
Oh, looks
On by himself, will he be caught out? Oh.
quite honestly, their whole entire team is split here for CGC side. Maybe a pick on Morg could actually change the tide of the game. Looks like Riven does get a kill here, but MF does land a nasty ultimate onto their team.
Almost getting the double, but it looks like Kane is going to finish up on that Leona.
Kane is
And the
doing work. Look
stun
at that.
from the Vigar getting the victor.
But honestly, team is
Zeri
carrying.
doing work onto the MF here, though.
Zeri.
Zeri slowly whittling away at their health, or I don't know if it is going to be enough here. Nope.
Quite honestly, with all that
Vigar
movement
ult
speed,
just saying goodbye to Zeri.
can't outrun the Vigar ult at all.
Oh, it looks like they are probably just going to end it right here.
Looks like they are ending it. Quite BM from Dizzy, considering he did it his early game a little bit. I totally lied.
You know,
All right. It's quite the eventful finals match, though.
Is he trying to go for a BM kill this spawn?
But it does look like the end of a good series. GG to CGC. Dang, that was a bar right there. Anyways, CGC does end out the night with 3-0, right?
That's right. And if I'm correct, that does make CGC D1 our 2020 MCEL League champions. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching today. That does conclude our matches of this evening. Do you want to give a shout out to Defeater? And then, you know, I know you weren't here very long, Poggy, but we always appreciate you joining us too. Shout outs to both teams. It was a great game. And of course, thank you so much to all our viewers. Any closing thoughts for our viewers, guys?
Quite honestly, Dizzy should stop inting his games. It's pretty terrible. But I'm just glad his team is able to carry him throughout the series. It's quite impressive. But anyways, yeah, honestly, both teams played very well. Very eventful team play here. Shouts out to both teams.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, everyone, for joining us, both casters and viewers. Everyone have a great night, and if you want to see some Overwatch play, we'll have our final playoffs for Overwatch tomorrow. I'm not sure if it starts at 7 or 8, so just keep an eye out for that, and more awesome games to come. All right, have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Have a good night.